Good morning. It's Ros Bandy, Psychic Medium here. And yeah, of course, just as I went to go live, I was pouring my cup of tea and it spilt on the desk. So I had to mop that up before I started. But that's okay. Fully okay. Now, what we've got, I just want to put this comment on the screen first, the Buy Me a Coffee, just to confirm that I've got it there. Now, does it do that? I'm hoping it does. I went and did this. I went and put that one in there before I actually started the live stream. So just checking things out and doing things a little differently each time. So as we can. I mean, I can because I'm doing the presenting, aren't I? What I'm going to do now, I've got this one here that I'm wanting to put in there because I do want to ask you if there's any questions that any of you would like to ask as far as for an actual, a reading using these cards that I have. Now, I'm just going to switch this one around to the cards. I think it's that scenario. Wrong one. That one. So I'm using these cards again, and it's not showing up. Can I place that? No, it's not. So I need to be putting myself down there a little bit. If that's the case with those, yeah, it's looking a bit weird because I can't, with where that other little picture is, I'll just put it back up. I'm playing with the buttons again. So that's all right. I'll take that image off because it's not showing up in the right space at the moment. And that's all right. That is all right. That is all right. What I'm just doing pretty much is another card spread reading using the Curiosity tea cards, and that's as you can see, it's this set of cards on a for-purpose mat, and I'm just trying to find where I've got the little booklet for them, and that's here. So this is the booklet that goes with the set of the Curiosity tea cards. I have run through this before, and you can get the set of cards and the mats from Tea with Karen on Etsy. So it's a lovely, she's got an Etsy site for it, and it's a lovely set. And I will promote, hopefully that's clear enough with the QR code if you want to pause it and use that. And there's other details there, and of course the camera's not going to focus in on that. That's a guidebook. That's a guidebook that goes with the cards as well. The method, I'm just going to get my dice out. We'll go through the techniques and the methods. I don't need that one. Don't think I need that one either. I'm just pressing buttons because I had too many things open. Now I've got 3 little dice that came with the kit, so I'll use those. And here they are, and I'll put them there. So it's a 1, and a 6, and that's how I pump them, and that's how we start it. So with those dice there, there's a 1, 4, creates the 6. I don't know how big that shows up on your phones actually, but that's what the numbers are. So we'll go with the 6, and that's starting up here at this card. So because I'm just using a general card reading, it's just a general for the day using this set of cards. I do one on Facebook every morning, pretty much. Now we're in the energy of what's in this corner, and that's where you can't see me because it's that card. So there we go. It's actually in the energy of the bat as the home base emphasis with this. It's the basis of it with the energy of the bat, which is intuitive sensing and direction and knowing where you are. The radar's up and active, and it's the knowing where you're going. So this is the energy for today. And what we're doing with that is the horseshoe has presented itself in that space. So it's good luck around finding our own direction in where we're going or what we're doing for our day today. So good morning, Chaz, and you're here on the Lovely. You're here. Oh, where's it say present on screen? Yep. You're here on the hats itself. So I could actually even ask you to pop up. I might do that if you wanted to. Yeah, you're on the haps. I might do that for after I've finished this reading, if you're wanting to. Put your even you yourself can actually hit ask to be invited up or something like that. So yeah, it's playing around with the hats, learn how it's used and stuff. So it's a great tool for doing live streams. I tell you, I like it just for that being off the cuff and the fact that I can, if I'm out and about, I can do it on the mobile phones. So from this, good luck in our direction and what we're doing in our day to day, which you can't see there. I've just got to point to that now. Karen's system, she's created it so that it actually chains. So with this one, the way that it's gridded, we're going from that good luck card being on the number 6, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go up to the pink row or red row. It is this one, and it's the 4th one along. So we know now that that's where we need to go. That's where the horseshoe card is on the actual base, but what we've got on that energy that chains the story together is the tower now. So that's building on our direction, what we're actually moving into today with you know, if you've got something planned that you're actually driving somewhere, you'll be able to go, you'll have good luck in finding where you're going, basically following your map and getting there easily and safely. And what you're doing, you know, what we might be doing at the end of that is we've got the tower there. So it's actually building up a lot of strength. So it could be that you're doing something that's more in the, you know, official institutional style. Are you going somewhere that's an official event type of thing? You know, is it a rally or something like that? I mean, these are just examples of how these cards can be read. What you need to be doing, what you need to do is actually tune into your own energies around what you, I can't do this any smaller. Oh, I can do it a bit smaller. Okay, there we go. I'm right in that corner. So what you can do from that is we're moving into something that might be a little bit more official and, you know, organised, because a tower does tend to indicate something that's got a bit more of the broader sense of backing behind it in that building. So it's, you know, you sort of imagine it's a bit like the castle, it's the government, it's that type of thing, but it could be an organisation that you're part of that you're wanting to actually do something today that's going to be joining in with others in a large group type of thing. Sense for you what's around you and what's happening in your day, that's going to be relevant, and getting those messages for yourself in what it means for you. So from that one, we're chaining and moving it into the first card, number 1 of the pink, which is this row, and that happens to be this card. So we've got the cross being that one, and it's taking that step in faith. So as well as that first step that we talk on with the bat energy and that, in, you know, the intuitive flight mode that they use with their sonar and knowing exactly where they're going just by those, you know, how they are themselves automatically, but we can tune into that sort of energy. What we're stepping into here is more that taking the leap of faith too as well, trusting what we're doing in our day to day. So, you know, we're on the right path, we're going the right direction. Now we're moving from here into the next one of the pink one. These are actually shuffled. It's not all the pink row that we're going to get. And we're moving in the direction of the pram. So here we've got new energies, new pathways, and the possibility that there may be someone in your day-to-day that's a baby that you are visiting or that you're caring for or that you're taking for a walk. Prams are very versatile in their manoeuvrability and everything. So as well as that direction of how bats are very quick to react and in their sonar and the way that they instinctively know where they're going as well, you know, by how they fly, and very intelligent, Take that leap of faith and know that you're on the right path with whatever it is that's new in your day to day. You've got something that you don't normally do. Leap into it, just, and really have fun with it. It's going to move you in lots of different directions. 2 green is this card here. So this is the next one. And it verifies itself by where it's taking you as that card. And what we've got here is the abundance. We've got the money card, but that's an overall abundance. So if you're visiting family and you're actually taking time to have that joyful event or something bigger, taking part in a rally of some sort with other people of all kinds and types, there is an abundance and beautiful flow of energy that's bringing that happiness and joy and knowing that you're doing the right things coming forward for you. So with the 6 blue, this is the row blue, and we're moving across to the 6th card here. And there we go. It's the money card. And it is indicating, though, that we're going to have an older gentleman in our day-to-day, possibly an older gentleman in our day offering help, or we need to help an older gentleman or ask for help from a wise male. It's that type of energy that is. So even though we know that we're going to be okay, we're instinctively able to do everything right, and it's the good luck in the day. It is still that good luck. The abundance is bringing it to us, but we may need to actually ask for help. So move that over to the 1 blue, which is this same row, and this card here, and it's the ladder, because we're going to be able to step up and move higher in what we're achieving and get that energy flowing so that we can see even that slightly higher level of perspective and the visual that we're needing, to see overall what we're going to need for progressing further in whatever it is that we're doing today. And it could be small steps, like the big step first and then just down to the small steps. Or it could just be that, well, we just need to step up and move. And that could be why there's that bit of help needing to take that first step. 3 blue, that's this card. And we're moving very, very far with this one, the energy. The boat usually, or the ship, usually takes a great leap's not the right word, a great step of distance, direction. Like it's not something that you go out for just a quick trip. It's more for something that's going to take a bit more time. So whether it is the whole day or whether it's something that you're going to be planning and it extends you to being able to go, well, it could be a holiday, it could be a trip that takes you through to a longer period of time, that you've got a plan for. It's something that you're packing a bag for. So move into that, the versatility of how they steer too. So with that and the pram in the picture for today, move that energy, get it going so that you're going to be flowing through so easily. Because on the water, it can be pretty with ease, the movement, the sailing. Most times, watch out for the stormy waters. But today, you look around and the energy feels to me to be very gentle and calm, and you'll have smooth sailing with what you're doing. Moving up to the pink row again, which is the top one, 3, not uncovered yet. So here we go with the key. Now the key's going to open doors. And as usual, the dogs will come in and bark. The neighbours across the road have just driven back in. So here we go with the key opening new doors. So we are going to have some new happenings. It's a bit the surprise of opening, how there used to be a game show. Which door would you like? That's the type of feeling I'm getting around that. So be ready for the surprises today and have a fun time with that. Because anything that we experience really is for our greater good, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. So we're moving. Hey, stop it, please. We're moving with this energy of the key and opening that door down to blue 4, which is this one. Oscar. Dogs, aren't they pleasures? I mean, they are. till there's barking. We're moving to the scale. So you're needing to balance up, and that is, it's decisions, which choice you're going to make in what next for your day. So you're stepping through and choosing and planning, and that's on the 6 green, which is this row here, and this card. So weigh up what your choices are, and you're going to love what you actually decide to do. So choose it from that space of the heart as well. Tap into what your heart energy is telling you, but also, that you're going to make that right choice for that next move today. What are you planning today? What are you, there's things that you could be doing. I feel it's more with family and joining in with a bigger group because of the tower being there. Now what we're doing is moving to the 3 green, which is this one, and that's taking us back to the bat. So what we're doing, and that completes the actual cycle. So what you're doing is instinctively choosing to a degree, tap into it from the heart and know, because the 6 pink is this one, it's already been revealed with the good luck. So you're going to actually have that beautiful energy in your day, the beautiful energy in your day of being able to really step out with confidence that what you're choosing to do is the right choice that you're going to make, and you're going to have a lovely time. It's building up that is your relationships further afield than just your family, but it's certainly very family oriented is what I'm feeling with the pram there, and stretching further afield with the ship. Keep the energy moving forward in that sort of direction, so that you're actually growing those relationships with people who are important to you. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with along that line. Now, just wondering, is there any other question? Oh, I've got to find the right one. Is there any questions from anybody who would actually like to have these cards done for themselves? I'm just going to reshuffle these and have a sip of my cup of tea. So I'm just going to put this one up as well. It's not that I need to go to the loo, but I absolutely love this card. I think it's great. So certainly I'll put that one there and take me out for the moment. You can still hear me, but I just I wasn't able to look at the screen, so I'll do that, and I'm just going to have that sip of my tea, my cuppa, while I do that. Now, I'm not 100% sure if my friend is there. I'll invite her to come up if she's still there, Shaz. If you'd like to, we can have a chat. You can have a chat and come up on screen with me, and we can do the card reading for it. So here we've got, and I will place that on the screen, a question from Sharon Bremner. We are doing Sharon is hosting an event this week. Now, let me put myself back on there. I shall get rid of that one. Or I shall place that one out of the way. And here we have me back. And I'll switch it over to the cards. I think, was it that one or that one? That one. God, looks like the sun's shining brightly again. As you can see, what we've got here, I'll just wait until Shaz is actually on screen with us if she can't see where I enter. Right, Shaz, you should actually have an invite in your notifications to say you've been invited to join me on the screen. I think that's where it is. And the notifications in the HATS program is, because I'm in the studio, I don't know. I can't see it. It'll be there somewhere. So it should be. Do you want me to send? I can't resend it. I don't think. I think once it's invite user. There. I did do it. You should get that notification now. Did you get it? Invite user. Have you allowed? You might not have your setup right. Have I had you on HAPS before? Because that's how I've got you here. Yes. Good. Right. and you're in portrait mode, you might need, I don't know which way you need to do that. Yes. Have you got your mic going so I can hear you or not?
Oh, I haven't spoken.
Ah,
Have I?
there you go. You have now.
I'm not. I'm just pressing buttons. I was just trying to work out how it works.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm going to do
I
is,
haven't. I haven't got myself looking as glam as I normally would look, but
doesn't matter.
that's life.
You're little in the side, so that's fine. I'm the lit list right up the top there as I'm moving myself down to the bottom because of the way that HAPS actually does the screen itself. I don't want to cover too much of the cards. Now, what I've got here is, you've seen this card spread before, haven't you? The Curiosity
Yes,
Tea.
yes, but yeah, all I can see is myself and not you. But is that how it
Yeah,
works?
I can't remember what it's like to be a guest on HAP. So it could be that that's all you have, and you probably need to monitor it on an iPad or something like that. How did you join?
I went back into. I left where I couldn't hear you, and went back into notifications and pressed your link, and then came back on following the links. So
So you came
yeah.
back following the link. So I thought I'd just, while we're chatting, I'd do that, switch back to the other screen. So, for anyone else that's actually watching that doesn't really know what HAPS is like to use, so it is very easy to actually ask someone in HAPS itself to invite them into your broadcast. So, all I did was click a link that's on your profile that says invite user. And I can still see that now. Let me just go and have a look at that. And it just says invite user, and you have it show up. Where did it show up for you that you ended up seeing it?
Well, I'm logged into the HAPS app on my mobile,
Yep.
on my phone. So
Yep.
I had to. I was listening to you do the reading, and then you were saying come back on, and I thought, well, I can't see anything. So then I went back. I left your, so I couldn't hear you talk, but I saw in the HAPS things where you had invited me, so I pressed that. And then then I heard you say, "Oh, here she is back again." I'm there. Oh, good. I didn't know where I was.
Yep. So that was in the notifications area. It would have been, pretty sure. So it is very easy once you know where to look. It is very easy to just pop into a broadcast then. So that's just to let others know that it is. It's quite easy. Now I'm going to, because what I'm using is my Ecamm as my camera. So I'm just going to pop up where I was before with the cards, even though you can't see them, Shaz. I've shuffled them and I'm just going to place them down. So for those who can see the cards here, what it is, there's the
Um,
18. Can you see it now?
yeah, I pressed show live or something. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
now I can see it. So
So you can see the full layout. So that's the little cloth that comes with the kit for the reading with this Curiosity tea cards.
hmm
So that's the cloth that's got the 18 cards by 6 rows by 3, and that's why it's a great system, and Karen's done a wonderful job of creating it. So this is where I'd be placing all of these cards, the 18 Curiosity tea cards, randomly. I've already asked the question regarding our Friday night coming
session.
up.
Yeah.
If you'd like to describe what that event is and where people can go and have a look at it.
So it's on Eventbrite, and it's an anxiety release and grounding meditation with Roz, who's doing the cards here. She's doing a I'll be doing a guided meditation to help you release some anxiety and help you ground because of these days, with the fact that all of the anxiety and everything that's been around in our world in the last 12 months with the COVID, and are we allowed out? Can we go out? And all of that kind of stuff. We're ending the night with the meditation, plus Roz is going to do the music, which is a sound bath healing as well. So that is a really beautiful feeling that will blend together both with the grounding meditation and the sound healing, and it will just release any stress and tension in your body and in your mind. and
Yeah,
then we're finishing the night with a beautiful hot chocolate together.
which would be fantastic. Now, where can people find that? A link, those who are in Strathalbyn, because it is a one-on-one. It's not going to be live streamed, unfortunately. But where can those who are local
So
find that?
what it is it is actually to come. So you basically go to Eventbrite, but it's at the neighbourhood centre in Parker Avenue, and the neighbourhood centre has got a beautiful hall there. And then and you just bring a blanket, your pillow, and things that make you comfortable, so that you can just lie down, relax, or sit and
Mm.
relax. And for those people who can't get down on the ground,
Yeah.
because some of us can't, and it'll just be a nice, safe place for us to have that hour and a half together, just relaxing, healing, and we're playing it. But I'm doing another one. We're both doing another one together in the end of June. So it is sort of nice to. This is the first one that we're doing, so that we can just see what works and what doesn't work.
Mm.
But and if we, yeah, so we're doing another one in June as well. So if you can't make it this Friday night
Um,
at 7 o'clock, it will be next June.
I'm pressing buttons. And where's the
Okay.
link to it in the Facebook? Because I'd like to be able to put the link to that in the hats for those who
I
have
think I
been
did. I think I did it as an events,
in
in events, and
which page? Whose page?
I don't know. Look, we've
You
got
don't
that many
remember?
pages, you and I. Um,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I did achieving success, and I'm pretty sure I might have done it on Body Sense by Shaz. I've also put it on the Strath chat.
Yeah.
So, but if people go to Eventbrite
Yeah.
dot com,
I'm putting that link in here. I don't think with HAPS, I don't think you can actually um, click on that link. Oh, God, it's a long one when it goes to that. I don't think it's a clickable link. But at least you've got with that, for anyone that is looking at this, you've got the actual what event on Eventbrite to look for. It's anxiety release and grounding, sound healing and meditation. So I've just done that.
yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
now we'll
Yeah,
get
because
back to
that'll be a really fun night, and it's also, as we say, because most people are getting themselves so anxious. It will be just a really quiet, beautiful, healing environment. So that's
yeah.
why I thought, well, I'd ask this thing, and we'll get the card reading.
Yep. So we're doing the card reading now for this event. So what I'd like people to do is phrase, hear it in that context. The question is, if you'd like to ask that question again, so that as I'm reading them, this is what it's answering. Okay.
How is our session going to go on Friday night?
Right. So here's the reading. Now I'm just going to get my dice out again because I put the flaming things back in the envelope in my pouch, didn't I? I've got a cute little pouch. Oh, no one can see from there. I'm so small on the tiny duva. That's all right. Here's the dice. I'm going to go like that, and you'll see that it's come up with 18. All three sixes. Now in Yahtzee, gee, I'd almost have a Yahtzee, except not.
We're winning.
We're
The
winning
winner.
already. So that in this context of here, the 3 rows, 18 is this card here. So I'd pull that up. We're on the money, right? So we're in abundance already. That's the energy at the base of what the question is. And what we've got is we're building our tower, like the tower, the strength, the building up from the base, having a good foundation for what's moving ahead in these in the meditation and sound bath sessions. Okay. So we start with that one and we're moving up to the one pink, which is up here. I'm starting to get to know where a lot of these cards are. And already with what the previous cards were saying, we're moving from that tower energy to the bat. Now, the bat really is shifting your energy into almost autopilot. That's this one, because the bat really has its sonar tuned into what it is naturally. And I think the fact that it's got some sound bath component and that the healing energy vibrations of what sound is as part of the evening, it's really moving into that auto healing and getting the body realigning in what is the natural and what is our true frequency. Okay. And what that's going to move us into is celebration. So it's certainly going to be a time of, yes, it's going well. We are going to be able to celebrate at the end of the evening. Um, and for those who are participants as well. So we're moving down into the blue 5, which is here in this row, right next to the abundance. Confirms it with the goblet being there. I've picked the right one. We are moving into the camel, which is a card of resilience, persistence, endurance. Keep on with it. So it's not indicating that it's going to be a short-term once-off thing. It's that we're going to be able to store up what we need for the next leg of the journey, so to speak. So we're moving up to the 5 pink at the top, and here we go with the heart. Now, isn't that a great follow on that what we're doing, what you're planning, what you're moving into is certainly from the heart. It's going to move people at that heart level, at that really touching space and place in those evenings. And I'd actually say also make sure we've got plenty of tissues.
Okay.
So moving from there, it could be emotional releases in that as well, not just anxiety releases. So we're moving.
I would think it would be too. So
yeah, to the heart card, and it really does bring life back into balance when we're tuning in and tapping into our heart energies and allowing that space to really open up. It can be very vulnerable. And that's where finding that fine balance and being able to help others with getting there in their own balance and what's needed in their lives, because it can be a little bit like fine tuning that needle, like those old scales used a fine needle that we can too help them find and at that space and place within their own life and energies. 6 of the green is up here. So we're moving into the spider's web, the spider and the spider's web. I'm not sure, as I was reading that previous spread, I'm not sure whether the spider, the one that does the webs, is it only the female or is it the males as well? I'm not sure. I Googled, what did I Google? Oh, they do have eggs. Spiders lay eggs. I did Google that afterwards. That magic that we can weave when we allow our vulnerabilities to actually be shown to some degree, but that we can work with our shadows and things that are affecting us in life that we perceive as negative but aren't really. Because sometimes I'm just thinking those instances myself when I've walked through the bush and you come across a spider's web like that you walk through and you sort of like, oh no, you almost panic because you think the spider's in it. The web that we can weave with these beautiful, the magic, what we can create and what might be further ahead in the journey of doing these sessions. Okay, so that's what I'm moving to with that. That's what I'm feeling with that energy. It could be almost like the mother spider really having those eggs hatch and really spread out. The energy, it just feels like it's going to be so magic. Okay, one green is up here at the front there. And you can add comments if you feel anything that you're getting to. The star, it really is only limited by what we feel, what we see, what we can create, what you can create in what your direction, what direction do you want it to move into. The first one will be that testing the waters almost, but it's that core of what that magic web is going to weave, and it's moving out into the realms of the stars. So there is no limits of what's possible. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. 2 blue, this one. There, that one. I'm trying to use the stick because the back of my hands aren't pretty. So moving from the stars, we're being shifted into that good luck realm. the horseshoe, and that really is what it says. It's the good luck card in this deck of cards. Whereas Lenormand, it's clover. In this one, it's good luck. Not much else we can say about that one besides it is moving into that all things feel really positive of what's ahead for this. 4 pink up there. A few steps of the ladder to move up, and that's going to grow. We'll be able to use the ladder as the tool that it is, or just know that we're going to have different perspectives depending on what rung we're going to stand on, of what's possible, what's needed next, all of those types of things. It is a tool for working, really. You get a second ladder and you could put a scaffold across and do so much more. There's so much potential in which step, what's next, all of those types of planning things and getting things done, because it certainly is a bit more of an action card as well.
Yeah, well, this is right. We were sort of thinking that it's what this is the first one, and whether how many we do and how it works and all of that kind of stuff. So it's sort of fitting quite well so far.
It is. So the 3 blue, that's this one here, verifies it. And it is a new journey. It is a new baby for you. It's not something that you've done before. So it really is that maneuverability of where you want that pram to go. You're just going to need to push it in the direction you want it. And that's what I think that is indicating there. 2 greens, this one here. And keep it going back to that abundance. And it's just going to flow so much in many different areas, that abundance. That's closing the reading, because that goes back to this card where it started. So the feelings around that one is certainly it feels like good flow of energy, positive actions, moving into positive results for people, into the next step, into being able to tune in, fine-tune, balance, even for yourself, what is the next one that you're wanting to do? Where does it need to have that fine-tuning balance to get it, for the next group that may be, and all of that. So how do I change that back to that? That screen? Yeah, there. Yes. So
no, that's good, Ros. It's really, I think that was very powerful and very correct. Is what you're saying is that together we don't know where it's going to go, but I think it's going to be a very positive experience for all of us that are going to be in the room, and and any of the participants that come along and join us. It's going to be an amazing journey as well.
Oh, great. Yeah. And for me, it has been a while since I've done a sound bath, but it's one of those things that none are ever the same anyway. It's tuning into the presence of who is there, who is present, and what that energy is going to bring for a group. It's great. Looking forward to it. So thanks for asking for the reading. Good one.
That's good. I'll let you talk to the next customer or client that's down there chatting to you.
Yeah, well, at the moment it doesn't look like there is, so that's fine. I might leave it there for today's. I don't like raving on about nothing. I do have coming up the Body, Mind, Spirit. No, hang on, what's it called? Body, Mind, Psychic. Yeah, which is.
And that's at Adelaide Wavell Centre. That'll be a fun. Is there a weekend, Ros?
It is a weekend. That is the Saturday and Sunday. They do have promotional stuff happening. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff happening on my hats there in the background. I've got my iPads. It's not on. It's just letting me know of the notifications. So, yeah, on Facebook is where most of that marketing is happening from what I can tell. I might have something on my page around that I can put up with this one. For those who are in the Adelaide area, because it is an in-person. How do I copy that? I just do that, I think. It's an in-person thing, and there are some pre-booking options up to the morning. We can't pre-book the whole weekend because you need to leave some open for people. I've just done the link there I don't think it's clickable in hats, but at least you've got what the
Because
search for
we
it.
weren't able to have one last year because of
Mm,
the
COVID.
COVID stuff. But I've done it. I've gone before,
Mm,
and it's a very good, beautiful. I quite enjoy it. I know sometimes when we've visited before, you say, like there's a lot of energies in the room, but it's actually I some people really love all of that energy. So
mm,
I really encourage people to come out. The weather is beautiful in Adelaide at the moment. So,
yeah.
like come out and see Roz and see all the other
Yeah.
psychic people there and have a try and
Well,
see their wares, and it'll
there
be
is
fun.
there is so much available at the Body Mind Psychic Expo because it also includes a cannabis emphasis, like to go
Oh,
and
they're doing that again.
and yeah, the hemp cannabis and that sort of thing, because cannabis itself is not legal in Australia, but it's the clothing and it's the CBD oil, how you can move into obtaining. I think it goes into what is involved with that, because under certain circumstances it is legal through a medical practitioner. I think, you know,
I saw it about 2 years ago or something like that, and they had the cannabis there, and people were doing it into their green smoothies and all of that
yeah,
kind of stuff. And I'm there. Well, that's interesting. And I did watch quite a few of the workshops with the cannabis and listen to some of the things, and I found it very informative. I haven't had to use cannabis oil, but I have known quite a few people that do use it and have had amazing relief from it.
yeah,
So and but I just love the candles and the sages and
yeah.
the
It's
clothing and some of the. I think
yeah,
that's when I saw that massage um,
yeah. A pod,
cocoon, wasn't it? Yeah, the
yeah,
pod. Yeah,
yeah. The
so
pod.
there's some fantastic stuff
I
there,
mean,
guys. So
I'd still like to investigate that, because I think it really would, clothed and everything. It certainly could be
yeah.
an option in certain areas, because I can't use my hands as I used to be able to, especially not since breaking a wrist.
No, you're really making
Um,
sure you don't massage again, aren't you, Ross?
it is, yeah, it really is. So as I'm massaging my own wrist now, because I did lawn mowing yesterday and it's starting to ache. Um, But the Body Mind Psychic Fair, it's not just the psychics. It really is about looking after your body. It
Yeah.
really is about looking after your mind and the various techniques. It's a really good wander through. And yeah, you do need almost the full day to actually
Yeah,
see it
I
through
had
the
I had
two.
about I can't remember 4, 5 hours or something. We
Yeah,
were wandering through. I sat down and listened to some of the workshops.
yeah,
I looked at some of the um, the psychics that had you
yeah,
sat there and they did readings from the audiences.
yeah,
Um, that
yeah.
that
Like
appeals to some.
Leanne does. Leanne
Yeah,
Winston, Psychic
yeah.
Medium,
So
does.
some people have are drawn to
Yeah,
particular people.
yeah,
Um, I went there and I just like looking at at all of the stalls. Yeah, it's fun.
yeah. I just got a point. Ouch. As I'm massaging the wrist. Yeah, because Leanne Winston, she's like, there are many that have the workshops. The workshops aren't the same both days. So go on their website, the Body Mind Psychic Expo website, for those who are interested and local enough to actually have a look, see what workshops are on, to choose which day you go to. If you can only do one day, but do the two if you can. There is
And when's that? That's this weekend, isn't it? So
this next one coming, yeah,
yeah. And
29th.
then you're in June. You're in Port
Yeah, no, Leanne,
Mount Gambier.
yeah, Leanne Winston and I are heading down to Mount Gambier for a weekend of readings. I'm looking forward to that too, because it's something new for me as a new direction of
Did you
actually
get
spending.
accommodation?
Yeah, we did. A nice Airbnb, I think it is. So yeah, we managed to. What we'd goofed up with was not realising it's a long weekend. And anytime you're trying in the more regional areas, the bigger towns, you'd find it hard to get accommodation on long weekends. We nearly missed out. We have found one. It's good. Oh, someone going out past the door. So it's all all things to look forward to as to moving out of the what is our lockdown of the past year and a half, things are starting to actually free up, and we can get to doing things again that yeah, and it's with a different energy through it all now,
Mm.
because we've still got some COVID type restrictions that are going to, I dare say, change the rest of our lives forever, because
Yeah.
there's so much more consciousness and awareness around how we are moving in and amongst people in crowds and things like that. So, yeah, hopefully people are more mindful of that. Hmm.
Well, that's why things like our sound bath, grounding, anxiety release meditations will really help people to come out and then go into a more crowded venue
Yeah,
without having that anxiety with
yeah.
them.
And I think one of the things too that I'd really like to work on as well is, I don't know how to do sound engineering type stuff for computers, to get it as the live streaming type bit. It'd be really lovely to actually set up something that's more of a meditation sound bath thing, live streaming, so that those that miss out on being able to come to a one-on-one, in person thing, at least they can watch it while we live stream it or something. But
That would
that's
be,
a bit
yeah.
in the future. That might be one of those
We'll
steps.
try and set up some photographs for
Mm,
people so that we can show them what the
yeah.
room looks like and that kind of stuff. But
Mm,
it will be it will be an interesting situation. It's a very new. The ladies that it's a new venue, like as in the
it'd be
funding
great.
was put through last year and they extended the hall. So there's a really nice, and they've got the sound system, but it's done by volunteers, and they're sort of saying, yes, you can have the sound system. So we'll all be learning of how it works and things like that. But
Yeah. Oh, I
so
could
it'll be
almost do a tea leaf reading with this, can't I?
quite
No,
possibly.
probably won't. No, it's not the right tea. That the leaves aren't full enough when they're wet this long. It's yeah, a bit aged. I have to get some fresh ones. Fresh tea, as in not the hot tea, but the tea leaves. Yeah. I think
So
what
all
I've got.
right, well that's really good. I'm sitting
Mm,
outside underneath my pergola at the moment,
mm.
with a granny rug over my legs and the heater on, and
Oh, you got
it's
that heater going.
I had to turn it down a bit because it was a bit warm.
Oh,
But
that U-Boot heater. One day, I don't know, I might get my outside area done almost as good. It won't be the same, of course, because you've got green fingers. Oh, Tony has too, but it's different with succulents and stuff, isn't it? I like ferns. You can't. Can you have them in the same place? Not really.
uh,
Sort that one out.
well, I've got them.
Yeah,
So
beautiful, isn't it?
it's
I
so
can
it's sort of
almost. Let me see if I can show my other camera that's here. What have I got that I can? Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can do this. Is this my iPhone? We'll play with a few buttons because it might show the potential of what we can do here. Don't remind me again. I won't bother with that. Hang on. Let me do that. Um, can I, with my Ecamm, bring this in? I can. Yay! Right. So I'm just going to switch this around so that you can see this, and that's my outside my window, but I've got to find the right angle. And this is direct from my iPhone, plugged into my Mac, that's plugged into the Ecamm, that's going into HAPS, for those who are a bit more technical in knowing what I'm saying there. So there's my front yard. So I can show you that, but there's not much else up the other end. That's about it. I like my view out of my window because I can listen to the birds, watch them have a bird bath, and see how windy it is with my chimes. So that's about what that is. Let me drop that down and off. So there we go. We all create our own spaces and have the potential to create what we want. I suppose with some of us, like it really does depend on how, funds for doing gardening can be a little iffy for those that want to spend, to do really. Oh, how the hell do I get that off my camera? There you go. Those that want really big exotics. How long have you taken to get your garden going to that point? Because it's been a
well
few years.
I've Yeah, well, I've been in the house 15 years. So, and a lot of these plants came with me from another place. This particular plant that's here, this huge big umbrella plant that's I'm sitting underneath,
Yeah.
that was a tiny little one that was in my garden, probably in a pot in my house in 2012. I've had it die. It got. I had it too close. I had it too close to the um, outside area, and it got frosted, and
Yeah.
it lost every single leaf,
Mm.
and then it just turned to a little stick. And when it turned to a little stick, it became. I didn't know whether it'd grow back again, and it's grown back, and then it reached the ceiling of this pergola,
Mm.
so I've had to cut it in half, and then it bounced out, and then I couldn't sit underneath it, so I had to
Cutting
strip
her
it
off.
to cut
Yeah.
it up, but it's literally reaching the ceiling again.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
When Harv and I when we first built our house, we had an umbrella plant in the corner of our patio area, and that had gone to the ceiling height of what our outside part was. We had a shade cloth over it. It had done the same. It had been 2 or 3 times. Show if you can show us your elk horn thingy there.
oh yeah, I will.
Um,
I'll get up and do
because
that.
that is really worthy of showing people just that. And I'll put you on the primary, and you're going to swap
So
around here on our visual, and I'll put you as the main one, and I'll shrink down. It is superb.
well, this is one that I was really happy with, like that one.
God, it's going well, isn't it?
That one, yeah, it's
Mm,
awesome.
beautiful.
And then this is my elk horn,
But it's really that
staghorn.
that's just staghorn, sorry, yeah. But it's really that's just so impressive because how many boards have you got on under that? And it's
There's only
wrapping
one.
around.
There's only one little one, and he just keeps. I haven't worked out how to put a new board there, so I just let it just keep growing around itself.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But isn't
but
it superb? Just step back a little bit so that everyone, because there's surely going to be some that are watching later, how big that actually is to get some perspective. And how old is that, do you think, your staghorn?
um, I bought it as a little tiny one from Bunnings for $75, and it was only tiny,
Yeah.
and it's grown quite a few times. So I reckon I've had it. I've probably had it. I can't think. Maybe 6 years or something. I'm not
Only that,
sure,
wow. Yeah.
or maybe more. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
See, I can't remember from when I first started being friends with you there that, what's that, 10, 11 years now? Actually, that was 2005, 6, 5.
Hmm.
What are we now? Oh, gee,
So
that's
these
so
are
long, isn't
these
it?
are type of impatiens, and they're called parrot face impatiens or
Oh,
something.
God,
So,
aren't they gorgeous? Yeah.
and they've just grown beautifully in this pot.
Wildflowers and buds. That's their buds before they flower. As
No, that's a flower.
Yeah, but that's what a bud is. A bud goes into the flower. They really do. They
That
look
is
like a parrot head
that,
thing.
that is yeah,
Yeah.
parrot face
And
parrots.
hi, Sass. Lovely to see you here.
So, but I love. I've got a whole pile of pansies. I've got a pot.
Hmm.
That was my job today. But I love my string of pearls that I.
Hmm.
This is the one that Tony and you gave me. This one's
Oh
decided
my
to spread
gosh.
itself out,
Yeah.
grown so much.
Hasn't it? Gosh, that looks good. Golly, really? Because Tony planted that himself. Planted that
I
up
know.
himself for you. Wow.
Hmm. For my birthday,
I'm gonna have
which was only in December.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to share the link for this video for him to see that.
So this is a
Beautiful.
string of
Mm.
beads, and that was done from cuttings, and now it's hanging right down.
Hmm.
So
Beautiful. If you just swing around your backyard, I mean, I know, not invading your privacy at all. You're very proud of your garden, and so you should be.
now this is coming into winter, people. So
Hmm.
it's looking a little bit quieter, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you get the gist of how the layout is of your garden. It really does look lush in the summer, like the spring, summer. It's beautiful. Yeah, and
And
certainly,
I've got my wind chimes.
yeah, and your house backs onto open ground more effectively, really. You
Well, the
keep
cemetery.
the water
Hang
centre.
on, I've just
Yeah,
not to step on my thing. So
yeah.
I've still got my apples in the apple under there. So I've got lots of apples,
You've had
and
quite a big framework over all that now. Wow.
that's the apricot. That's the
Mm,
apricot tree, which is still losing their leaves.
mm,
Peach tree and the nectarine tree have done. My macadamia nut tree.
mm. Which actually has nuts.
Yeah,
Oh, I better ask Tony where he did plant that one and make sure it's being watered.
I just cut
Whoops.
back the mulberry tree at the back there so
Mm,
that in spring when that takes off again.
mm.
But then looking back into my pergola, which
Lovely.
has got a bit of gardening work to do.
Yeah. Look,
But
lovely. Lovely, lovely,
I
lovely.
just really love.
Beautiful. I mean,
And
it really is your outdoor haven. It's an extra room of the house that's absolutely beautiful,
well, this is
peaceful.
the size of this is that's my hand or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've I just my ferns are looking really awesome too, like
yeah,
my maidenhair ferns,
yeah. I mean, that's what I'd like to put in my
and
area,
then the
our back
Boston fern.
door thing. Yeah,
I do remember
love ferns.
searching out a really lovely pot for this Boston fern, and I thought it was so pretty, but honestly, I can't see the bloody pot.
No, you can't. So who cares?
It's under there somewhere.
It's just a terracotta, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and then
Here's
this
me
is
trying to look under it while I'm watching you. Duh.
this is where that umbrella plant is,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
looks
touching the
gorgeous.
ceiling again, just about.
Mm.
But
Well, you've got a lovely space there, and it's
and then some more
great that
hanging.
we can. What I like about this technology is just being able to share our spaces and places and go for walks with people and see different countries. Um, I really like being able to do this live streaming stuff like this. So, all good. I might leave it there because I
Okay,
just noticed what
battery's
the
going
time
flat on
is.
this
Yeah, and it
thing.
does off a mobile phone, it does take a bit of battery power. And I just realised I need to get some milk and some other things before I actually start doing some afternoon things. I might
Bye.
get back to this or not, don't know. See you, Shaz. And here we go. I think Shaz just drops out that way. Yeah, yeah. All new things. Haps is pretty recent. I'm not sure how long I've been using it now for, from when I first got an invitation. Oh, did you want to come back on? Or did you just happen to hit the wrong button? What I need to do, yeah, that's right, drops out that way. And I was just going to, yeah, do the uninvite there. That probably does it and closes that. Certainly, with any of these live streaming tools, there's always a new way of doing something different, and I love it. So, I'll be back at some point in time, whether that's again this afternoon or whether it's going to be tomorrow afternoon or whenever. Just keep your eye out. Turn on your notifications, and certainly, I love a coffee. So, there is the link, as you can see. Oh, hang on, if I point the right way, is that going to point to that? There we go. I'm going to see if I can line her up properly. The buy me a coffee link is all I was looking for. Thank you for watching. It's been wonderful to be here again, live streaming, and continue to enjoy your day, evening, or wherever you are in the world as well, and be the best you that you can be. Namaste till the next time. Takes a bit down the